Hi, do you like Barney? Because you should. Today I'll be talking about a game that has a 50% chance to blind you permanently, or blast you with a ring that will randomly teleport you into the clutches of a goblin's long spear. Or maybe you enjoy getting sucked by a vampire succubus, only for her to steal not just your heart, but your wallet as well. So join me as we travel deep into the dungeons of Barony. You are an adventurer sent by the Mages Guild to kill Baron Herx, an undead lich who originally ran Hamlet, the city this takes place under. Baron Herx, before he became an evil, bonerified monster, was the leader of this quaint little town. He vowed for free healthcare, low taxes, and a penis fluffer for every man. Until he found out about hard, unpaid labor, and sent nearby all the villagers to work in the mines under his city. The peasants were not happy. Angered by their lack in penis fluffing and high taxes, they locked the Baron in the mines, causing him to go insane and speed dial Satan. After 2,000 missed calls, Satan finally got sick of him and turned him into an undead lich. Your job is to fight the Baron and free the town. Baron is a roguelike on acid, and I've never played a game that would literally not care if you've softlocked yourself by accidentally misplacing a cursed amulet of strangulation around your neck, killing you slowly over time. The game is simple. There are around about 1 to 35 randomly generated levels in the dungeon to complete, from dwarven-looking mines to the fucking Middle East. To do this, I prefer the wizard for those reverse home invasions, blasting people with Beretta Force Ball and Mossberg Fireball. The wizard class is the Second Amendment class for magic. It is the right of the wizard to keep and bear every spellbook of liquefied ballsack, and those rights will never be infringed. Wizards can read pretty much any spellbook as they have a rather high intelligence stats. So when it comes to casting RIP Scrolltown, they are the perfect magic class. The monk is a barroom brawler, a son beater, a wife smasher, fists made of iron, extremely high damage resistance. Monks are just completely broken, an insane starting class for complete fun. The brewer, which is the Walter White class, he brews crack potions, taking magic and turning it into science, like methylamine that can make you levitate, or making RDX explosives that can one-shot most high-tier enemies. Playing ninja is living by the blade and dying by it, because you walk too close to an agitated skeleton in the dark who has a bone to pick with you. Low health, high damage, the ninja is a glass cannon. You can go berserker or warrior. These classes are for new players and get rather boring quick. But by far my favorite class is the Mechanist, a techno priest able to pray to his god to turn any scrap into usable cogs for his creations. This class can literally clutch any fight with his sentry turrets, landmines, and drones. You fabricate these items by scrapping anything you can find, or using magic as a weapon, with a casting turret able to cast a spell up to 49 force bolts a minute. The Mechanist can kill one of the last bosses in the game with one hit, stacking M15 landmines all in one place, creating the blast zone of a small SAR bomb. When it comes to races, there's only one true best race, the human race. Humans excel at everything and do not have any negative buffs, which makes them the jack-of-all-trades race of the dungeon. Humans and some other races have a bonus of going into trading shops without becoming a racial statistic. You have the rest: vampires, goblins, beastmen, demons, skeletons, and automatons who act like moving trash cans that eat up every item in the game to fuel their insatiable hunger. Otherwise, they will die. Some creatures can be recruited with the right stats. Humans can recruit other humans, degenerates can recruit other degenerates. And if you want to skip the friend part, just enslave them. Nothing works better than enslaved trolls as a meat shield. Followers can also pick up armor and use weapons when commanded. Just like the player, they can level up, so you can grind a high-level follower if you're lucky. The types of weapons you can utilize include both melee items and ranged items, or magic staffs that can suck you dry or light you on fire. You've got throwable items such as explosive C4, or you can just throw rocks. The funniest thing is, rock throwing is a totally viable strategy, as you can level up your range skill every time you land a hit. To protect you from these weapons, you've got helmets, armor, accessories, silly hats that all give you completely different stats. Some are even super magic rare items. Combat is very simple. Left click to attack, right click to block if you have a shield. If you don't have a shield, you can stealth. A successful stealth roll gives you 100% crit attack. This works pretty well until you realize to attack something, you need to not be in stealth. Let me give you an example. As a ninja, I wanted to stealth my way through some goblins. I assassinated one of them, which alerts the horde. For the next 5 seconds, I was beaten to death by very angry goblins. Starting off in the first dungeon, you will make your way through 6 different levels. Mines, swamps, sand, crystal caves, and the Citadel, my least favorite level. It's not because it looks like every Chinese factory worker's nightmare, it's because of the bullshit the game actually throws at you. Some of the enemies in this layer can actually go toe-to-toe with the final DLC bosses. To travel to the next area, you'll need to find trapdoors, and some live up to their name. In the mines, you might find a secret trapdoor, and you'll think, oh wow, this is a cool secret level. I thought this, everyone who played thought this. The gnome mines are hell on earth. Let me tell you why I hate small people. They use magic powers that can kill you in a few hits, and they are faster than you think. These gnomes use magic lightning stabs and pickaxes, a deadly combo. Normally, I would throw a rock at a gnome, luring him round the corner, and then jump him like we used to do to smallers back in my old neighborhood. These gangs of gnomes have been excavating these mines for a long time, stealing from the town of Hamlet.
That's my TV!
Putting them down is doing the world a service, so don't feel bad about crushing a gnome under your iron fist, because I don't.
Grenade! Shotgun!
No, I just hate gnomes. Now, do you like aqua? Because each floor has fountains you can drink from, either blessing your equipment or spawning a succubus to fellatio your inventory, stealing your most valuable items before teleporting away like a drunk mother from her 3-year-old son. If you're smart, you can use a glass bottle to contain the water, and with using appraise to find out what is inside. It could be poison or something good. Appraising can literally save your life. You could appraise an item, which could take time, or use it and see what happens. What the fuck? Which is usually a 50% chance it'll be cursed. Cursed items cannot be removed, and usually give debuffs like less armor, a sword that does negative damage, IPS, or a ring that will constantly teleport you randomly across the map until a greater demon turns you into a new pair of boots. The merchant is great for appraise, so it's smart to have at least one person in your party that can appraise at a high level. The mercante is able to figure out what rocks are good for selling, able to sell diamonds and rubies. Sex with men comes at a price, but if you're a merchant, prices can be negotiated. This means he gets better deals when buying high-value items. So having classes that are high in perception and charisma is a perfect choice for your team. Have you ever been chased at 1 AM on December 23rd, 2003 in Copenhagen? If not, let me show you how that would feel. This is the Minotaur. Wait, not that one. This, the homicidal bullet train of the dungeon. It will chase you from level to level, appearing randomly on certain levels. Almost unkillable, I've stopped it a handful of times. Most of these times involve a large amount of improvised explosive devices. Let's talk about special items. These great artifacts can be found either on mini-bosses or secret levels. Want a magic mace that only tells you the truth? Or maybe you want a helmet that'll make you more autistic. Now next on my list, the Baron. Right from the start, Baron Herx mogs you. Each level you pass through, there'll be an insult to go with it. Fighting Herx is extremely hard, so here's some tips to beat him. Use any magical item that reflects magic, and when you find a magic staff, hold on to it and use it at the Baron. Don't forget to spam with salt next for 2 minutes and let it stand. Oh wait, no, that's my baking list. Use any weapon with smite, and if you're a melee class, use a mace. And most importantly, learn how to use slow. This magic spell will be super important for the rest of your playthrough. Here's some advice for the first levels. The mines, clear each floor of enemy targets for max XP, use only one weapon type, spam spells if you have them, and watch out for boulder traps. They will instantly kill you unless you are buffed. Don't drink from blessed fountains unless you have a friend to back you up and beat up any women that appear from it. Succubuses use devilish magic to charm you, making you lose control of your body. Magic reflect amulets can protect you and even reflect the charm onto the suck, giving you fresh meat for the grinder. For beating the Minotaur, I would advise don't. Welcome to the level where the color blue gives you PTSD. The swamps. Here's a hint. Avoid water. Just trust me. The goblins here get hyper aggressive if your skin color isn't green. One of them to watch out for is the goblin magician. Their fire staffs will roast you like an overcooked chicken. You may go to secret levels, but at your own peril. Let's play a game. I say one word and you guess the topic. Bug? Yes, hyper-aggressive, acid-throwing territorial insectoids is the topic for today. We are in the Sand Labyrinth, a place where getting lost only to have your face melted off is just part of the experience. Full of deadly traps, flowing lava rivers, and interesting puzzles, this area has some very tasty loot. I would advise watching out for certain insectoids that can literally stun lock you in place, and it is my least favorite enemy in the whole game. In Sandland, there's also the Minotaur maze, and you guessed it, yes, the Minotaur does live here. Most people who play this level try to run, but yellow doesn't run in my blood. First, place down whatever traps you have, prepare any slow spells ready to slow the Minotaur, and finally use chaff. This is either AI followers you picked up on the way, or your least favorite friend. Now, beat the Minotaur. Here he comes!
Come behind the mines.
Hit him!
This bitch!
Fuck this motherfucker! Oh no! Fuck him! Fuck him! Fuck him! We got him!
I'm blocking.
Yeah! Dilapidated buildings, strange locals, evil animals. Do you know where this is? Birmingham? No, this is the ruins level. Also, why the fuck are these gnomes here again? The ruins contain many relics of the past, like old bells when which ringed can give you great power. Demons that want nothing more than to rend the flesh from your bones. Not all creatures on this level are friendly to each other and will constantly clash for power. My tip to you is to avoid most encounters with gnomes. Attack one of them and you'll be swarmed by a horde of little devils. What is really annoying is that gnomes, when they die, drop traps for you to stumble into. I myself speedrun this area to get to the Baron, which I've already covered. One last huge tip, the orbs. In certain areas, you can pick up orbs. You can use them to give you certain buffs against the Baron, or sell them at a secret trader for artifacts. And with that comes an end to my tips of the day. For a game that was created with only a few people, it's impressive, and you can purchase it at these stores. Buying at Steam is a good place to get it, but it is 25% off on GOG, and it's cross-platform. Since I've covered most of what I wanted, it's now time for you to figure out the secrets for yourself. I would like to thank my Patreon. Hey! I saw you clicking away! That's it. There's only one thing for you. Into the death pit you go. Thank you to the Patreon for waiting for me to heal, as I've been extremely sick and kinda still am. God decided that I was too overpowered and wanted to nerf me by giving me an incurable disease. If you want to see deleted scenes, or stuff I've never put in the video, or maybe GF Booba art, you can get it for $1. Now that's a steal. Then go to the Patreon. Or if you want more StarCat content, I'm starting up my second channel, and I'm possibly streaming on Twitch again, so go follow me there. For anything else, I have a Twitter, where I post my insane ramblings or voice-acted memes, which you've probably seen.
Your Volkswagen has returned.
Anyway, see ya when I see ya. Bye.